Hey Carl, thanks for the well wishes and the feedback. I appreciate that. Yeah, I went to the doctor. Some sinus infection, sinusitis thing going on. So I've got antibiotics. We'll see if that helps. Now on to your question. Everything in your page. So if we open up the index page here and take a look, everything in the header of the page is positioned pretty much absolute, and I do that for a reason, so it allows you to move things around in the page. So let me just open this up as an example here. Right, so optional title and description. Let's say you want to move those around. I'll give you an example. We go into our site. Now the index page uses the primary layout. So when you're working on a page, it's important to know what style sheet, and the style sheet is right down here around line 31. It's going to tell you if it's a primary, a secondary, or a minimize. So we're looking at the primary.css. Then we have in our styles folder, there's the primary.css right there. And let's take a look at where all the bits and pieces are. All the goodness. Okay, we can hide components, or by using visibility hidden, display none. So if we're not using an MP3 or the zoom menu component, basically I have them hidden because they don't fit into the page. Right? Same with themed object or get in touch. I've had different components throughout the build of the templates, and I actually leave that in there for existing customers who have worked with those things before and they want it included in their template. So as an example, the get in touch was not used in the pursuit template simply because it was something that didn't fit. It didn't fit the overall design. I don't want to add so much stuff to the template that you can't get your way around it. But I left it in there. I left the code in the library file, so if anybody actually wants to use it, they can still embed it into the page and position it where they want to. Now, getting to the positioning, go down to where it says logos here, and then all your different containers for your items are right here. So your optional content, or your SEO1 and SEO2, top and right. Top and right. You change the top and the right position by pixels, and then that'll reposition on the page. Now your optional content, I don't even think we have anything in the optional content box. No, we don't, for your primary page. But you would find basically what you can do is, so you have your index page. We put it into the design mode. You say this thing here, right, this SEO1 thing right here, this page title, I want to move it around, but what is the actual container? Like, what container do I look for? Well, if you look down here at the quick tag selector bar, there's the instance editable. If you look over, it's going to tell you what the div container names are. And typically, if you start with the one on the left, we look at that. That's an SEO_1 ID. So if we look here, there it is right there, using the pound sign which says ID. This is SEO1. So this is the container, or the top and the left or the right positioning you'd want to change. You can even change the width if you want to, if you have reason to. And then you go on to the SEO2, which is right below it, right? And for the secondary pages, this is where you'd use the optional content, and the optional content in this example would be right here. This is your optional content box right here. If I use Fire, there it is right there. There's the, see, if I use Firebug, I can select the optional content, and then I can pull up, okay, secondary.css, there's the left, and there's the top, and there's the width, and all that sort of stuff. So if I wanted to move it around, I could actually use Firebug as a bit of a testing tool. You see that? How it moves in the page? If we went 250, then it moves way down. So it gives you a lot of flexibility in how to position things.